personal. It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. So, honestly, I got to keep it all the way 100 when it comes to this situation. So, WBA president, the guy that runs the whole organization, Gilberto Mendoza, in the aftermath of the David Benavidez victory over Caleb Plant, he didn't even let David Benavidez get to his damn hotel room and enjoy his night with his lovely family and his son and his wife before we got the news that Gilberto Mendoza, and by the way, I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this happening, a governing body doing this, especially so early after a fight just concluded. But Gilberto Mendoza, for those that don't know, the president of the WBA, after Benavidez beat Plant, he is suggested that Benavidez fight WBA mandatory David Morrell Jr., right? Now, this would be a great fight. I'm not against David Morrell Jr. versus Benavidez. I think it's a great fight. I honestly think David Morrell Jr. stylistically might be, there's a great possibility as far as the current landscape of 68. He might be the toughest matchup out there for David Benavidez, just because the one advantage Benavidez has over the other 68 pounders, whether it be Plant or Canelo or whomever else at the top. He's big and he's young, and he's normally bigger and younger than most of the guys at the top. But Morrell is the one guy where he's just as big as David Benavidez, and he's just as young as David Benavidez, maybe even younger, I think. You know, and he's hella talented. You know, has a style to beat him for sure at that southpaw stance. So with that being said, and established here on True School Sports, I just think this is all bullshit, honestly. Like, this is a great fight. I don't think this is a fight that needs to happen next. Because, and I'm going to tell you why. The reason I feel like Benavidez and Morrell doesn't need to happen next is because I feel like it could be a bigger fight down the line. And it could be a much bigger fight at 175, where both fighters are going to fill out. They're going to be rehydrated. They're going to be strong. They're going to be, you know, they're going to be the optimum versions of themselves. So if I'm Al Heyman, if I'm PBC, I'm not even going to listen to Gilberto Mendoza. I'm going to just, like, you know, if you get an email from Gilberto Mendoza on Gmail, just put that shit in the spam folder. Don't even pay it no mind, because I feel like there's still some guys that those guys could fight to make themselves bigger. In some really good fights as well. Like, for example, David Morrell Jr. is searching for a big fight. PBC just signed Demetrius Andrade. You know, feed Andrade at Morrell and see if Morrell can pass that test. If he can pass that test, that makes him a lot more legitimate if he can take the O of a great champion, you know, a top skilled fighter like Demetrius Andrade. And then for Benavidez, you know, you got Charlo. You still got the Canelo fight that could happen, but I don't think it's happening next. So my thing is this. My thing is this. It makes no sense for this fight to happen right now. And on top of that, just calling a spade, because, you know, I don't hate Canelo no more. I told you guys I'm not no Canelo hater anymore. Maybe I was at one point, but not anymore. Like, I view this as the governing bodies trying to protect Canelo. They're trying to get a certain outcome. So Canelo's fighting Ryder, a fight that he's expected to win by most. Okay? If he beats Ryder, then Bivol rematch is probably next. That's going to be a huge fight, because now with Bivol beating Canelo, that's going to, you know, add a lot of intrigue to, you know, the fight. And people know who Bivol is now. Bivol's stock has shot up exponentially since he, you know, exposed Canelo. You know, I'm sorry. I had to say it. I know we're outside, but I had to say it. So I feel like that's going to be a big fight, and that's what the governing bodies are angling towards. But still, Benavidez has earned the shot. Benavidez has earned the right to actually now call out Canelo, and for me, people like me, to take him serious now, because I couldn't take him serious. You know, I have wanted that fight. You can go back and check videos in 2021 where I said I wanted that fight, but, like, it got to a point where I just felt like he was being built up, beating up these 54-pounders and 60-pounders, and he hadn't really beat any top 68-pounders in a while, ever, to warrant a fight like that. But he's done it now, and he's done it in great fashion, and he's given the fans a great fight. And overall, like Benavidez this past Saturday night with Caleb Plant, their fight was a net positive. It was good for the sport of boxing. And I'm not for Canelo, I'm not for Benavidez. I'm just for what's good for boxing, right? So I feel like Benavidez versus Plant is what's good for boxing. And, you know, Morrell and Benavidez, that fight isn't going nowhere. They're not going nowhere. So why what's the intent? What's the real reason why you got Gilberto Mendoza not even like a couple of hours after the fight trying to push this fight to happen? You know, I don't get it. But you know, put his emails in the spam folder, leave him on red, ignore his ass, don't give him no mind, because that's not a fight that really needs to happen right now. You know, Morrell, love Morrell. I hope he gets a shot soon, but I would like to see Morrell get a little bit more experience, because like right now, right, what is he right now? 6-0, 7-0. You know, right now he's still kind of wet behind the ears. Very talented. They're moving him very well, but he's still wet behind the ears. I like to see Morrell get a bit more experience before fighting Benavidez, because I don't want no excuse to be made if he loses or anything. I want them both to be their best, and I feel like they'll both be better, and this fight will be much better if it's at 175, not 168. So, yeah, that's the news. Make of it what you will. Give me your take. Give me your outlook, guys. Give me your perspective. What do you guys make of Morrell versus Benavidez and Gilberto Mendoza trying to force it upon us, not even a couple hours after the fight ended with playing Benavidez? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just Kevin Daniels. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.